Hey, what's up, good people? This your man Chris Thorne. Say, hey, I got some extra breaking news for you. So, hey, let's get right into the story. What's going on, everybody? As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching my content. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. All right. So let's get right into this. This story is coming out of Cincinnati. It's coming out of Cincinnati. Okay. You see the fella by the name of Edward Murray right there, who is 23 years old. 23 years old. And the story has it that he murdered a 1-year-old child, which I don't believe it was his. It was somebody who he was dating, But I want you to hear how this went down. Okay, it's gonna be two articles I'm gonna let you hear. Okay, so with that being said, let's get him out of the way real quick. And I want y'all to take a listen to this right here.
Of killing a toddler in Westwood. Jessica Schmidt has the latest for us from the Alert Desk.
Yeah, this is literally just coming into the newsroom, Tricia. Cincinnati police telling us that Edward Murray is now in jail on a murder charge. Police believe the 23-year-old is responsible for the death of 21-month-old Kareem Keita. Police say they were sent to an apartment on Early Drive.
20-month-old. I want you to keep that in mind. The child was 21 months old, so a little bit over a year. He finna get ready to turn 2 years old. I want y'all to put a pin mark in it, okay?
In Westwood around 9 a.m. on May 3rd. When officers and paramedics got there, they say Kareem was unresponsive. The little boy was taken to Cincinnati Children's Hospital where he died from his injuries. Now, police have not said what the relationship was between Murray and Kareem. It's also not clear exactly what ultimately caused the toddler's death. Jail records do show that Murray was just booked into the jail right before 4 p.m. and there is no word at this point, Tricia, on when he will be in court. I feel like I've said this a lot today, but a lot of unanswered questions with this one as well.
Do we know how this was all figured out? Do we know any details?
No, nothing really. I mean, other than the fact they were called there and this little boy ended up dying in the hospital, that's really it. And obviously they think that Edward Murray caused the child's death. We don't know cause of death. We don't even know what the injuries were. Nothing.
All right, Jess, thanks.
All right, so y'all heard that, right? So I want to get into the next one that I have for y'all. And let y'all hear this next one. I should have went ahead and put both of them over there. But I want to let y'all hear this other one, and it might be an ad for get ready to play, and I think it is. So
we want you to.
Oops, what did I just do right there? Hold on, y'all. Give me a minute. Let me get this set up. All right, sorry about that. Had to get that straightened out and get that straight to the point. All right, guys. So here is the update to the story. This story happened around May the 10th or 11th, and they just did an update on this. This was published yesterday. They just did an update on this yesterday. Now I want you to hear this. Now remember, he was 21 years old, 21 months. Listen.
5 o'clock, a man accused of brutally beating and killing a 21-month-old boy is now facing 2 murder charges. Edward Murray was indicted by a grand jury just today. Our Mike Schell spoke with the prosecutor about this case. He joins us now live with the very latest on it. Mike.
Yeah, Megan, Prosecutor Melissa Powers said the manner and level of brutality inflicted on this child is one of the worst she has ever seen. Powers says Edward Murray and the child's mother had only been dating for about 3 months when he allegedly
only been dating for 3 months. Only been dating for 3 months. And what else?
Took the life of her young son. A word of caution here, some of the descriptions of the child's injuries could be disturbing.
This is something that stays with you and you don't forget. These are the cases that cause you nightmares.
23-year-old Edward Murray, seen here at his arraignment 2 weeks ago, is facing 2 counts of murder along with felonious assault and child endangering.
It's a pure act of evil to cause the tragic demise and the death of an innocent, defenseless 21-month-old child in the most unimaginable way. of pure brutality.
Power says on the morning of May 2nd, paramedics were called to the home of Aminata Keita, where they found her toddler, Kareem, non-responsive. He was rushed to Children's Hospital and died 3 days later. Doctors at Children's say that Kareem suffered from cardiac arrest, optical bone fractures, liver lacerations, retinal hemorrhages, and swelling of the brain.
Mother had no knowledge of the beating, and took the
Mother had no knowledge of the beating. She had no knowledge of the beating. Let's continue.
child outside, and then when he returned with the child, he put the child immediately in bed, and then she didn't check on him. He said he
Put the child immediately in bed, skipped dinner, and she did not go check on him.
was sleepy, tired, and so she didn't check on him until the next morning.
Prosecutor Powers
Didn't check on him till the next morning.
says Murray faces life in prison if he is convicted.
The death penalty is not eligible in this case, unfortunately, but we would, if we could have sought the death penalty, we would have.
A Hamilton County judge says Murray's bond at $100,000 on May 11th. He remains behind bars until his pretrial hearing. Reporting live downtown, Mike Shell, Fox 19 Now.
At Hollywood Feed.
All right, so y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that. This is why I wanted to put the pin mark in about how old the child was. And I want y'all to hear that right there, because here's the thing. 3 months, you left your child alone with somebody you've been dating for 3 months. Okay? And let me find it right here, because that's what I read. I don't recall them just saying it in the video, but I just read it up in here. Let me find it. Yeah, I'm just looking at it. Okay, I'm gonna read this for y'all when I get through saying what I'm gonna say. But I was just looking at it. Usually I highlight it. I was just looking at it. And it stated that she left him there with this man. Okay, we get in there to a minute. We get in a minute. You know, sorry about that. We get in a minute. But again, you only been dating for 3 months, and you mean to tell me you felt comfortable enough to leave your child with a man you only been dating for 3 months? Come on now. Well, what are we doing here? You know, and I speak about this a lot on my platform, at least for those of you new who are going to be watching this. I speak about this a lot. You should not bring strange men or women around your children unless some time has been put in a relationship, or that you know you have something established. In 3 months, I can't just really say somebody got something established. In 3 months, I think you still getting to know a person. But is it enough to know to lead them with your children? Maybe sexually wise, because a lot of people do first date sex, which I ain't got no problem with that. I mean, we all grown. But when there's children involved, it's supposed to be a whole different ball game. All right? So now I'm wondering, how is the mother of the child is feeling about all of this? You know, and the fact that they just said that she was unaware. Well, if this child got all this going on, you know, I don't know how you did not know this, other than the fact they said you didn't go check on her, so I guess that's why you wouldn't know. Okay? And I wonder, was this man staying with her? Okay? Let's read some of the stuff. He got cardiac arrest, bone fracture to the skull, rear fracture, a subdural hemorrhage, grade 5 liver lacerations, retinal hemorrhages, and brain swelling due to brain bleed. Okay? So with all that going on, I would think some kind of signs are showing. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't have any children, so I could be wrong. But I know one thing, even me as a male, all right, as much as I love women, and as much as I love getting down with women, whatever the case, however you want to put it, if I had a child, I would not be bringing any other woman around my child, especially in the area that we in now, because these motherfuckers out here are crazy. You would think that the person want what's best for you, but they don't. A lot of people is out to hurt you, not to see you happy. They are out to hurt you. Okay, this reminds me of a story a long time ago. I think I was probably like 18 or 19 at the time. Okay, fucking around on some chat line or whatever case may have been, and this woman, I didn't have a car at the time, but this woman let me go over to her house. Okay, I was aware that she had kids, but did not know really how many that she had. And when I got there, you know, she had quite a few kids. Now I didn't know no better at the time, but the woman said she forgot something at the store and said, you know, hey, can you stay here with my kids while I run to the store? I'm like, okay, you know. But at the time, I wasn't thinking about that, you know, this lady leave me with the children and whatnot, what the hell, you know? Because I guess in her mind, she really wasn't just thinking about that, you know, and I really wasn't thinking about it too. But listen to this story right here and thinking about that right there, you know, it kind of, now I'm getting a flashback like, what the hell was you thinking leaving a strange man in there with all your children? Not saying I'm going to do anything to your children, but still though, regardless of what you feel like they're going to do anything or not to your children, what would make somebody feel that comfortable you would leave somebody with your children that you don't know shit about? You know, even people who hiring nannies and babysitters try to get down and know the children. Okay? But I guess that's a different thing, you know, because that's an actual job they're trying to do. But I'm not saying it makes it any different because these babysitters, they just as crazy as this motherfucker right here too. But I guess I'm talking about in a dating pool, you know, you was dating this man for 3 months. And you left him with your child after 3 months? No. That is unacceptable. And it should not never have happened at all. And I just want to question, you know, what do a lot of women be thinking when y'all be doing that? It's one of them situations that, how many of y'all had this happen for those of you watching this? You find somebody that you're interested in, you got your guard up. And the person who you're interested in, they doing all the things that you are expecting in a man or a woman. They doing and saying everything that you are expecting. What usually happens with us when somebody is talking the talk and walking the walk the way that we are looking for? What do we usually do? We let our guard down. Once we let our guard down, it seems like that's where the fuck shit start coming in, because the person who was able to break our shell for us to let our guard down, they feel like they had some kind of control over you because they got you let your guard down. All right? And then all type of shit just starts happening. You know, they stealing from you and shit. You're arguing, fighting, you know, shit like this. It's crazy because you let your guard down in hopes things will get better if you let this person in. Which we can flip it and connect it back to this story right here. That probably what happened. She was looking for companionship. This man probably walking the walk and talking the talk. She liked what she heard, and she allowed this man in her inner circle. And not only that, she let this man around her child. When what it sounded like to me, he really didn't give a damn about the child. He just trying to get in where he fit in with you as the mom. Okay? Ladies, I preach this all the time. For those of you who watch my show faithfully, I preach this all the time. You have to be mindful who you are letting around your children. And I say about the men too. We got some crazy women out here. We have to be mindful who we are letting around our children. Because again, I have to say this. Everybody does not have the best interest for us. A lot of people want to see us hurt. And if they can't hurt us, the way they want to hurt us, I tell y'all this all the time. They're going to hurt the thing that you love the most. And 9 times out of 10, it's your child. They know that's going to bother you more than anything if they fucking with your child. I mean, that's if you're a parent who give a fuck about your child. But if you don't give a damn about your child, it's probably not going to bother you. But if you do, that right there, what I just read right here is a perfect example of people like him wants you, not the package that come with it. And this is sad. 3 months? Oh, hey, maybe some of y'all probably say, hey, I'm overthinking it. I don't know. In this era, 3 months just too soon to leave your child alone with somebody who you dating. That's just my opinion. All right? But here it goes. The new details, we heard it. They released new details of the 1-year-old boy death. The man accused of killing 21-month-old on May the 1st at Westwood has been indicted on additional charges, according to Hamilton County Prosecutor Melissa Powers. Edward Murray, 23, was originally charged with 1 count of murder for the death of 1-year-old Kareem Keita. On Monday, he was indicted on the following charges: 2 counts of murder, 1 count of felonious, 1 count of child endangering. It also goes to say on May the 2nd, emergency crews were called to the home. The mother of the toddler, her name is Aminata, Aminata Keita. The mother of the toddler for a report of an unresponsive child. When medics arrived, they found Kareem unresponsive and not breathing. The child was transported to Cincinnati Children's Hospital and admitted to the ICU. 3 days later, he was pronounced dead. According to Powers, a physical examination revealed that Kareem endured significant abuse, and autopsy found the following injury. Again, guys, cardiac arrest, bone fracture, a rib fracture, a subdural hemorrhage, grade 5 liver lacerations, retinal hemorrhages, and brain swelling due to a brain bleed. Then it goes on to say, a child abuse expert at Cincinnati Children's Hospital determined that these injuries were the result of violent impacts against objects or from deliberate blows. Powers reported the death was then ruled a homicide. And again, I don't know how the mom didn't know none of this, But again, they said she didn't go check on him. So I don't know. If he did all that, man, some kind of bruises or something would have showed. I don't know. Then it goes on to say, this is something that stays with you and you don't forget. Powers said, these are the cases that cause you nightmares. According to Powers, Aminata had been dating Murray for about 3 months. On the night of Kareem's death, the suspect was outside playing with the boy alone. The prosecutor officer says when Murray brought the child back inside, he took him straight to bed, skipping dinner, claiming the child was tired. The 23-year-old was allegedly alone with the toddler for several minutes before smoking marijuana with the mom. There it is. Okay, I may misspoke. He wasn't left alone with him. He just left alone with him while they played outside, what it's saying right here. But then the mom and him smoked some marijuana, and no one checked on the child. On May the 2nd, during the early morning hours, Murray was alone with Kareem when it was discovered that the child was unresponsive. Okay, now saying he was alone. I don't know if they say he was alone, meaning that the mom left him alone with him, or was he in the living room with him alone, or in the bedroom with him alone while she slept or something. I'm not sure exactly what they mean when they say that. Powers said Murray could not give an alternate explanation as to why or how Kareem was injured so severely. A Hamilton County judge said Murray bonded $100,000 on May the 11th. Prosecutor Powers said Murray's case is not eligible for the death penalty. If convicted, he could face a possible sentence, life in prison. All right. And guys, that is the story of this young boy, 1 year old, who died by the hands of the mom's boyfriend, who they only been dating for 3 months. Okay. And let me put that out there again. I may have spoke wrong when I said, she left him with him. I may be wrong on that, because what we're reading right there, saying he was left alone outside, but then it came back again and said he was left alone with him early the next morning. So I don't know if they meaning that the mom left him there, or was he in the room with the child, or whatever the case may be, and the mom was still asleep. So I'm not understanding exactly what they mean when they say he was alone with him, but for periods of times, apparently he was alone with the child. All right. And the mom let this happen. Him being alone, regardless if she left him or not. But the fact, leaving him alone out of your sight, that was a no-no. That was a no-no. But I can't wait to see more updates on the story and see what's really went on. I would like to hear her come out and speak her side of the story. And hopefully she'll come out and say, what they meant by he was along with them. Did they mean you left him alone, or he was just in certain parts of the house along with him? Wow, this is crazy. But as always, guys, I'm your man, Chris Thorns. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this. And ladies and gentlemen, y'all tell me, what I'm saying. Am I overthinking when I say, hey, 3 months is just too early? In my opinion, for somebody that you're dating, to leave them alone with your children. Y'all share your thoughts. I'm out.